Hey everyone, Couch Investor back on our earnings video for today. So in this video, we're going to discuss Pinterest. At the time of making this video, the stock is up around 10%. And it's probably one of the only ad related or social media related companies that has done well this earnings season as of today. Why is that? Well, because Pinterest is just built different. Now, if you've missed the past videos, Amazon, Intel, Shopify, Teladoc, those will be in the top right corner. So make sure to check those out. Now, with regards to Pinterest, we're going to go over the earnings report, obviously, but I do want to mention a lot of things that were mentioned during the earnings calls. So stick around till the end to hear those points, because those are important points that will make you maybe better understand why Pinterest is performing better today and might outperform in the coming quarters as well, disregarding the whole macroeconomic environment and then everything that's going on right now in the economy. And if you enjoy this type of videos, maybe hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you have not. I would really appreciate that. And if you want to support me and this channel, do check out the link down in the description and in the pinned comment to get the top 10 best stocks to buy now, or go to full.com/couchinvestor. Make sure to check out all the other links in the pinned comment. So Pinterest, I'll start with a little example of exactly why this platform is different to other ones. So we have an example here from Kohl's. So Christy Raymond, the chief marketing officer, says here, "We know people are coming to Pinterest with shopping intent and an inspirational mindset, creating the perfect environment to create fun and innovative experiences that really resonate with shoppers." As I've said in the past, users that go on Pinterest already have the intent of doing something, meaning their wallet is already half open and they've tried it out here, and the results speak for themselves, with the engagement rate on this experience outpacing Pinterest benchmark by over 200%. Obviously, I'm going to mention more and more details at the end of this video when we're going to talk about what they mentioned during the earnings call. Now, with regards to revenue, that grew globally 8%. Quarter over quarter, it grew as well. So much better than what happened between Q4 and Q1. US and Canada, they grew 9%, Europe decreased, and rest of the world obviously always increases the most, but that's not really that monetizable, as you will see a bit later on. Now, monthly active users, again, we are now past the stage of Pinterest losing monthly active users. We had 2 quarters of it being flat, so the bleeding has stopped, and now we have grown back. So obviously globally it's at 0% year over year, even though they did add 1 extra million. US and Canada decreased 2%, Europe increased 1%, and rest of the world 1% as well. Now, Europe and United States is the most important one when looking at, obviously, the average revenue per user. As you can see, US and Canada, by far the most monetizable market. That's up 15%. Globally, it's up 11%. But Europe, that's down 3%. And rest of the world up 38%, but still, well, nowhere near the other 2 markets. Now, I do believe that Europe will increase in the coming years once we have more and more shoppable pins. Once advertisers in Europe see the potential of advertising on Pinterest, ARPU should increase. Now, as for the expenses, you can clearly see quite a big increase there. They did mention that, well, they will return to margin expansion in 2023, and you will see this already in the next quarter. But you can see your cost of revenue, it's up 43%, R&D 39%, sales and marketing 42%, and G&A 26%. It's a big increase, but overall they're all in line with their previous quarter. So the percentage of revenue hasn't changed that much. And this obviously reflects in adjusted EBITDA. You can see here adjusted EBITDA margin has been coming down throughout this year. Hopefully next year we'll go back to those 30-40%. Now, adjusted EBITDA is down 62% to $77 million. So overall, it does justify a 10% increase. After all, in the last couple of quarters, whenever they were losing monthly active users, the stock got hammered, even though the company was still growing revenue-wise. Of course, now we already know that adjusted EBITDA, their margin, are also going to improve from here on out. Again, action speaks louder than words, so it remains to be seen what happens. But the path for Pinterest is much better today than it was 2 quarters ago, at least the visibility. Now let's go and have a look at a couple of points they mentioned during the earnings call, such as, well, video. So over the past years, as we've evolved our video upload tools, we've grown our video supply by 3x. And we know that video is very popular today. YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Reels, etc. And Pinterest obviously jumping on the bandwagon here as well. Additionally, in October, they announced a partnership with Warner Music Group, Warner Chappell Music, Merlin, and BMG to expand the music experience on Pinterest. Through these deals, users will be able to add popular song tracks through a new user experience, which we believe will enable users and creators to engage more deeply and creatively with the platform. We know that Gen Z loves that. Speaking about Gen Z, in Q3, Gen Z grew double digits year over year, accelerating from Q2. Obviously, Gen Z, a very, very popular and important demographic when you're trying to grow your social media, let's say, app or presence. This trend supports our thesis that Gen Z gets something on Pinterest that is distinct from what they get on other popular platforms, namely a place to discover with intent and purpose and to explore their creativity. Nowhere was this more clear to us in Q3 than in the enthusiastic reception of Shuffle's collage-making app, which is available on invite-only basis to iOS users. Even though it was only available on invite-only basis, it grew like crazy through the rankings. The vast majority of Shuffled users are in the Gen Z demo, which again is very, very good to know if you're an advertiser trying to sell something. Speaking of selling, we've talked about Pinterest being a great platform, but every time you wanted to buy something, you had to go outside of Pinterest. So, they released their API for shopping to general availability in Q3 across all of their shopping-enabled countries, which include the United States and their largest markets in Europe, Latin America, and APAC. The API for shopping makes it easier for merchants to upload their catalogs and metadata while also sending real-time data and SKU level pricing and inventory. Again, it's all about making it super easy for the user to get inspired, add it to your pinboard, and then maybe even buy it. Spend money. GMV. Continuing on that topic, they're piloting a hosted checkout program with Shopify that allows users to check out directly with the merchant while on Pinterest. They're also testing mobile deep linking that takes users straight to the retailer's app and checkout page. Now, of course, shoppable pings and making things more easier to buy is great. But on the other side, you have obviously the advertising side of things. So moreover, they're making ads more performant on Pinterest through insight-led selling, better automation and improved tools, measurements, and formats. The results show that this is working. Approximately 90% of their active advertisers now use automated bidding. And in Q3, their attributed conversions grew over 20% year over year, driven by improvements they've made in ads optimization and conversion visibility. Of course, since Pinterest has first-party data, they are much less affected than other platforms. Now, with regards to advertisers, well, CPG advertisers' revenue grew modestly year over year for the first time all year as they lapped the initial supply chain issues that these businesses faced this time last year. Obviously, now that we're going into the holiday season, it will be very, very interesting to see what happens next quarter. The shopping ads revenue, which comes from promoted catalogs, grew 50% year over year, accelerating from the quarter prior. And to end and repeat what I said before, they're focused on driving efficiencies in the business. As they discussed on the last call, they intend to return to meaningful margin expansion next year and have already started those efforts. They also have roughly $2.7 billion in cash and cash equivalents, and their business continues to generate strong free cash flow. So overall, quite a good quarter from Pinterest. The market obviously likes it. It probably took a new CEO to guide the company in the right direction. Now, I do want to say this, that maybe if Pinterest, the stock, outperforms my other holdings, such as Amazon and Meta, for example, I might sell some shares to increase that position, because I do think that Amazon right now, with the hit that they've taken, as discussed in the last video, it's a bit too much not to increase my position. So it remains to be seen what happens there. And with Meta, I'll make a complete video explaining what I think about the company right now. So stay tuned for that. Obviously, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. If you like this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, maybe hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.